Hi guys, this is Vysh, and we are going to do a new series, the previous year question paper solving, which is the most important thing actually if you are a serious aspirant. Ideally, you should purchase a textbook like Disha publications or Arihant publications. You will get it in Flipkart and Amazon. Simply type previous year question papers, prelims, UPSC. You will get a lot of books. Okay, whatever comes on top, you can buy that first book, and that book will be good for you. And every day you have to solve at least 10 to 15 MCQ from the previous year papers. Okay, 1995 onwards till 2019 you have to do. So I'm taking 2019 first because the answer key is not yet out, because that exam is still going on. Interview, after it gets over only they will publish all those things. So many questions will be debatable. So we'll take it slow, 1 to 10. So 10 things, and so it will take 10 videos to make up the 100 MCQs. So we'll do it slow. It will help you. Okay, so I'll try to make the video length also short, but now before starting I'll take 4-5 minutes for something else also to show you some things before we go to the first MCQ. And this video has to be watched by everyone. Okay, 2020, 21, 22, you are going to take up UPSC. You already have started planning, you will be thinking about this, so you should start watching this right from today. Okay, and already 47 to 55 questions from 2019 is already shown in one of my video which I uploaded last year. Okay, June 10th, that is immediately within 1 week of prelims. I had analyzed the paper and showed you what all questions came from our test series. So that is already there. That video link I'll put in description box. But we will take it slowly, as I told here, to show all the 100 MCQs. Okay, even which did not come from our test series or which is debatable, all those questions we'll try to discuss so that you come to know how to solve MCQs. And regarding preparation, you should watch, okay, Spectrum and RS Sharma, and I think economics. These are some playlists in our channel which is a must watch for every aspirant. Okay, if you do that, you will be at least 50% more confident than what you are now. Okay, you'll feel like you also can clear prelims. Anybody who's doubting like you cannot clear prelims or something, if you watch these kind of series, it will actually tell you the basics and then tell you the depth of what you need to do. Okay, how UPSC is going to be or how you should take it. So watch all this playlist which I'm showing you. You can pause and see what our playlist is there. NCERTs also, start with them. Okay, history 6 to I think 9th or 10th is there, and geography also 6 to 10th is there. So these are all must watch videos which will help you do. Okay, ideally you should read the textbook, but there are people who feel lazy to read textbooks. That is why we are making it like a digital version of it, wherein which I'm showing you the actual textbook and I'm reading through it, and whenever it is needed I'm pausing and telling you or explaining it to you. And when I tell like take down something, please take down that. Okay, this is actually just an audio version of the book, that's all. It's not like something else which we create for you. Spectrum is a detailed one, Spectrum is a different thing, but NCERTs are like an audio book. And about subscription, as I told, our website is being developed and slowly all videos will be moved there, and like every institution is doing, we might make it a paid portal. But all the people who have subscribed to this channel, we have their data, and all the people who have enrolled to our test series, we have their data, so they will be given free access. So if you want to continue getting free content for your entire preparation phase, you just need to click on subscribe. Okay, I'm not even telling you come and buy the test series. Test series is something which students decide of their personal choice by seeing the proof from a particular institute. So you can go through Vysh proof and all these things, and that you can decide later. But just by clicking on subscribe to this channel and our Vysh courses channel, both the channels, you can still continue to get free videos. So please click on subscribe. It will only help you. Okay, there's no damage going to be done. This channel has a reputation of doing that. Okay, every video which we upload will be of great content, not only the lecture ones, the other ones which I make, like right now I'm talking to you, a lot of things like this, lot of things will be told to you in every video which will help you in your preparation. So click on subscribe. So this question which I showed in one of my video, I'll start with that again if students have not seen that. Every year whenever a question comes, okay, UPSC have that topic in their question bank. Okay, it's not like UPSC makes a question then forgets about it. They have that topic. Okay, if they ask something about say subsidiary alliance in modern history, that is a thing in their topic list. Okay, so that topic can be asked again and again and again, but in a different way. Okay, you won't even imagine in what all ways they can do. So there are many questions like that I have shown in many examples also. So here in 2016 one question came, environment question, what is greenhouse gas protocol? So here it is, it's an international accounting tool for government and business leaders to understand, quantify and manage greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, it's a factual thing, it's an answer. Now this thing when you do, you should not stop here. After you take the exam, suppose you did not attempt this also, when you analyze this, you should not study like, okay, option A, this one, I am done. It's not like that. You have to go and type this in Google. You will get either the Wikipedia page or you will get the official website of this. So that first paragraph, only the first paragraph or the about us page will be there of that you have to read, because from that section surely a question will come in the next 1 or 2 years. Okay, it will come. You take any 100 questions of UPSC, it will work like that. Okay, I'm telling you, guarantee. So here this thing happened. Now in 2017 another question came which is not at all related to this. It's a totally different thing, but an environment thing, Global Climate Change Alliance. So here, while forming the options, UPSC obviously, if they have to make something false, what they will do is they will not put out a random statement. They'll put a statement which is related to something else which they already asked. So here the third statement, it is coordinated by WRI and WBCSD. This is actually the first line of about me page of this greenhouse gas protocol. Okay, this is actually implemented by this thing. But UPSC did not ask anything of that such anything in that 2016 year. They did not ask the body, they did not ask the year in which it was implemented, nothing. They simply asked something like a definition. So that extra thing, if you have read that, next year when you go to this exam hall and you see this, you will immediately understand UPSC have done that trick again. They have taken one line of a previous year topic. And this happens every time. So next year onwards, when you see questions, you will start looking like this. Okay, even if you have never heard of this topic and you're reading those statements, you will look for such a statement which is describing something else. Okay, I'll show you such questions in today's discussion also. So this is what will help you solve unsolvable questions. And here, if you see the choice 3 3 3, they have given statement 3 purposely in 3 statements because they want that brilliant students to catch it. Only those students who analyze it this way can solve it without even knowing this topic. Okay, if you know this well and good, okay, you are brilliant, you have learned a lot of things and this is good. But there will be questions like this which you may not have heard. It is not there in Indian current affair, Indian newspapers, but they ask it just for the sake of asking. So if you solve this, you are going to get 2 marks extra than the person sitting next to you in the exam hall or anybody in this country. So please look for this. Okay, so here the answer is A, 1 and 2 only. Pause and read all these things and do research about these two. Again, in future questions will come based on these things. Okay, like here if you see B, C and D of question 2016, go and find out what is this. Okay, if this is not the answer for this, obviously this will be something else, right? Go and find out what is B, C, D. It will help you. Okay, go and do research of every option which comes in UPSC. And one more tip before I start. 2021 students, now is the time, this lockdown phase, and everybody are sitting at home glued to the internet. A lot of advertisements will start coming. Okay, coaching institutes, test series, free notes, toppers speech, lot of video series, explanation with video, something will come. I'm not telling all these are bad. There will be brilliant materials out there, and you should go and research and then opt for the best ones. Don't go and throw your money if you see something very cheap or something very branded. Okay, that's only 2 things which people play with. Okay, either it will be a big brand, so you will blindly go and buy, or they'll give it a very cheap price. They'll give like, okay, 200 rupees, come and buy, 250 rupees, come and buy. You should understand that if they're charging you that sort of price, obviously that will be some junk material which is copy pasted or binded, or they would have collected from somewhere and they're just giving it to you. Okay, they themselves don't know what and all is there, and nothing is going to come from that in the exam. Okay, or it will be bundles and bundles of pages. Okay, like if you, I don't want to tell an institution name, but there's an institution where they have a book for art and culture. In their art and culture textbook, in musical instrument section, they have like three pages for every instrument. Okay, like tabla 3 pages, veena 3 pages, sitar 3 pages. Do you think this is relevant for UPSC? They just bind all the pages they have, make it to big thick books, and then name it as volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and look it presentable, and then students go and buy this thinking like, okay, I got everything. But no student in this world is going to read all these things, Wikipedia knowledge like this. You need institutes who take out these things, summarize it and give it to you in UPSC format. Okay, summarizing is different, making it UPSC format is different. You should get those materials which are the best ones and will give you relevant UPSC content. Like next year exams should have statements which are taken from this thing, and the institution should be able to show you also. It's not like they will tell, okay, go and search volume number 35, page number 265, it is there. Like that, it will be there everywhere. Like that, even the Hindu newspaper tomorrow can come and tell, in our particular newspaper of that day it was there. But who will tell you? Who will read hundreds and hundreds of pages? Okay, so hope you're understanding the point. So decide it. I'm not telling don't select anything. Select anything, but by your proper research. Okay, and this is one more line they keep telling when coaching institutes tell limited seats are available, only the first 50 people will get admission, remaining people will not get. They'll tell all these things so that you fall for it. Okay, because in not only aspirants, their parents also are also looking out for these kind of advertisements. When they see this, they will force you into this. They will tell, okay, something is there, I see photographs, I see paper ads, go and join. They don't care about what is the result, or they don't know it. Okay, I'm not telling they don't care, but they don't know it. So please do the research before joining anywhere. Again, as I told, incorrect, misleading data. The advertisement will look always colorful. You have to go and click and look inside whether they are correct or not. Unwanted materials, like I told, a lot of unwanted things is given by a lot of material institutes. Please don't buy them, it will not help you. Again, there are some institutes which make you glued to their portal, okay, because more number of clicks is there, more number of view hours is there, they make money out of that. So there will be institutes selling like, we'll give you full video explanation of test series, we'll give you full this thing of that, but the question will be junk questions. Okay, so go and ask them for at least one test, go and see the question, and then what is being explained, and see whether it is UPSC relevant. Not like they ask any what is unwanted GK kind of question, and then telling like, okay, we have given you video explanation. If it is not relevant for UPSC, there is no point sitting glued to their portal. Okay, it will waste your time only. So please decide on all these things. Now we'll take questions. I'll try to do fast because already now 10 minutes I've taken for talking all these things. In the context of so this, I think set number C. Okay, A, B, C, D, 4 set will be there every year. So set C, this is the first question of 2019 prelims. So in the context of digital technologies for entertainment, consider the following statements. Okay, so this is actually a question about augmented reality and virtual reality. Okay, it's very easy if you are a person who observes things around you, have a smartphone, you play games. Okay, this is a very easy question. So in augmented reality, a simulated environment is created and the physical world is completely shut out. Okay, they've given something like this. And for virtual reality, they have told images generated from a computer are projected onto real life objects. So here the real world is there, and here they are telling physical world is shut down. Okay, kind of opposite things. And here they're telling AR allows individuals to be present in the world and improve this experience using the camera of smartphone or PC. Okay, so here they are telling the world experience. So it's actually contradicting. If you see 1 and 3, 1 is telling physical world is shut down, 3 is telling it will enhance the world images. Okay, whatever is there in the world. So obviously you will understand one is wrong, one of them is wrong. Then VR closes the world. Okay, so now see here, VR is again contradicting. Here they are telling physical world is shut down for augmented reality, and fourth statement they're telling close the world for VR. Okay, AR and VR again contradicting. So answer here for this is actually 3 and 4. Okay, because the statement 1 and 2 they have simply reversed it. It's actually the augmented reality where the world is there, world thing is related, and for the VR it's completely shut down. You will be taken into a virtual world. That's how the name is. See, one second to show you the official definitions. Okay, virtual reality is a simulated experience that can be similar to or completely different from the real world. Applications of virtual reality can include entertainment and educational purposes. Other distinct types of VR style technology include augmented reality and mixed reality. So augmented is a kind of or a different kind of version of VR style. Okay, so virtual reality you would have seen in shopping malls and all. You go, there will be like somebody wearing something like a band on their eyes, and they are watching something and they are reacting to it. Okay, they are seeing a completely different world. They don't know what is happening around them in real now. They see a virtual world. That is called the VR thing. And augmented reality, like you would have seen, like I think 1 year back there was a game also which went viral, and people were playing it because they will see the real world in it. Okay, the real things around you becomes part of that game, and you go running behind things, and then you actually caused a traffic jam in I think some cities, Bangalore, Chennai and all, because people were running on the streets because they're interacting and the game is actually helping them interact. So that is augmented reality. And here if you see, not only the visual but auditory, haptic, somatosensory, olfactory, that means even smell. Okay, these kind of things from the external, the real world can be used, can be enhanced by computer tricks. Okay, so that technology, that is called augmented reality. So here the answer is actually 3 and 4. That is I'll show you, this and this is interchanged, and this is true and this is true. Okay, so answer is 3 and 4. Hope you understand. This is a very easy question if you just know the things which is happening around you. This is not a bookish thing. You cannot solve questions like this by studying any book. Okay, nobody will sit and study all these things. Like every year something comes, like 1 year it was like 3G, 4G, 5G technology. They'll simply put examples and they'll ask you, because it's things which you use in real life. Okay, so this is the first question. Hope it's clear. I'm not going to teach you a lot of science because it is waste of time. It is not good for UPSC students to waste time on science materials. Now this is again a very factual thing and a little very difficult, I'll tell, because most of the essays did not cover it, because it was not a mainline news. It was in the science columns of the, I think, Hindu in 2018, I guess. I'll show you the article. It came in one of the Hindu article. I'll put this in description box. It was in 2018, I think. Okay, the news item. So here in that, whatever is there, it's given a rare species of primitive human. They are simply asking the word Denisovan is sometimes mentioned in the media in reference to what? Okay, they just ask like this. They pick up some random word and they ask. So this was there, not a very popular news item. So it's very difficult. Most of the students did not answer it, but it's good. Okay, you should have ideally skipped it. Don't guess such questions. Okay, that's one tip I want to give you. Whenever such factual thing, especially ABCD, please don't guess, because you will completely go wrong. Here the answer is B. Okay, an early human species. And this even Vysh test did not cover it. We also missed it because it was in one of the science column which of that particular day, which we missed. Okay, like this from art and culture page, or from very unrelevant pages, okay, which people don't usually read. Not the editorial, not the front page, not the last page. It will not be even bolded. It will be some small column written by someone. Such things comes, but that is okay to skip. Okay, every year such at least 15 questions will come which you have to skip. But to understand what to skip, you should be a serious aspirant. Next question is again science. With reference to the recent developments in science, which one of the following is not correct? Okay, first thing is you should know this. UPSC at least ask 4 to 5 questions like not correct, and they'll give some options in such a way that the first option itself you will feel like okay, it's correct, and then I'll mark it. This question is again a little bit difficult. It's actually very difficult because it is a pure science. The options were very difficult. Okay, here if you see functional chromosomes, they're asking can be created by joining segments of DNA. And here they are telling pieces of artificial functional DNA. Okay, here functional chromosome, and next is functional DNA. So can be created in laboratories. Piece of DNA taken out from an animal cell can be made to replicate outside a living cell in a laboratory. And cells from plants and animals can be made to undergo cell division in laboratory petri dishes. This petri dish is actually this one. Okay, I put an image here. You would have used in your science lab and all. So this kind of things. So here this question is actually the answer which we don't know, we are not sure, but what we feel is option A. Why? Because we are this functional chromosome thing is still under testing, and it's not a thing which is published anywhere. Okay, but the other things is actually definition of very popular things which is already there in this which is happening now. Okay, you see here, why I'm showing you this is next year UPSC will ask questions on any of these things, because these are the wrong option of this question. That's why I'm showing you this. So artificial gene synthesis, I have put the definition in here. Okay, it is this chemical synthesis of a DNA sequence that represents one or more genes. It provides a method to efficiently produce long stretches of natural or non-natural nucleic acid sequences. Okay, like DNA can be created outside. Okay, artificial process is there, and experiments happen every now and then. This is a very simple statement. If you read it in a simple way without even knowing science, if you do it, you will think like, okay, it can be true. Okay, I'm telling you how to solve a thing which you don't know. Okay, and the next one, if you see, a piece of DNA taken from an animal cell can be made to replicate outside a living cell in a laboratory. So this is what actually happens in cloning. In cloning, you take a cell from an animal and then try to replicate it and make another model of that. Okay, so it's a kind of cloning method only. It's not like fully same, but that is the technology involved. And the third one, if you see, it's like plant and animal cells are taken, and then again cell division. So it's like again artificially they are doing something outside. So that is actually the cell culture or the tissue culture which you learn in science if you have learned it. So what I'm telling is B, C and D definitions are there. You know, these are things which are already there out. But for the first one, there is nothing which we can find like this. So because of that, answer should be A. But ideally, we have to wait for the answer key. Okay, this is our analysis and this is what we feel. So this is actually a difficult question and it has to be skipped. It has to be skipped if you cannot guess like this. Okay, like you should know the other 3 options and then eliminate. If that is possible, do it. Else, please skip this question. Okay. This one is a debatable question for various reasons. The question is a digital signature. Okay, but in real world, whenever if you see any article about this topic, it will be always mentioned not digital signature, it will be sometime mentioned digital certificate signature, okay, or digital signature certificate or e-sign. They mention various terms, like it's used interchangeably. So here UPSC specifically asks this thing, so we are doubtful whether all the options will fit into it. If we take a general definition where all these things are meaning the same thing, okay, then the answer will be 1, 2 and 3, because it's an electronic record that identifies the certifying authority issuing it. Okay, electronic record that identifies the certifying authority, okay, like who is authorizing it. Then it is used to serve as a proof of identity of an individual to access the information or server on the internet, meaning it will give access the signature. And then an electronic method of signing a document and ensuring that the original content is unchanged. The third one is the most obvious one, so that is why many institutes are debating whether it should be 3 only, or it should be 2 and 3 only, or it should be 1, 2 or 3. Okay, so 3 is surely there, but that will not help you solve the question. Digital certificate, okay, signature certificate, if you take, that is something where the this thing is actually working, the certifying authority issuing it is actually mentioned. So taking that way, answer should be 2 and 3, but we feel UPSC would have taken it a very general way, because most of the science kind of questions or these kind of questions are taken generally, okay, generic terms are taken, so it can be 1, 2 and 3. So what you can do is, as I told, because it can be useful for your next year prelims, you have to search the difference. Okay, I'll put the link also. You have to simply search this difference between e-sign or digital sign versus digital sign certificate. Then you will get a lot of links. One of them is good, so that's why that link I'll put in the description box. That will help you understand with pictures what is what. So signature and certificate, okay, it will look something like this. When you open a PDF sometimes and all, you will see at the bottom, or if you are filing income tax returns and all, in that PDF and all, at the end you will see digital signature. So these are things which are there, but whether UPSC is meaning for just one thing or it's like the combined thing, that is the one which is debatable. And based on Vysh's test series, it was solvable. I had already showed you in my other video also. Because we also, in one of the article, it was like this, DSC or e-sign, okay, that is how in that particular Hindu news it came. So it can be used interchangeably. So those things, it's actually like for authorizing the people, giving access. I'll show you more. Okay, accountability, authenticity, these are the purpose or things for which it is used. So all the options actually fit into it. Another one more question is there. These are all from our particular test, okay, the current affair test and the schemes test, these things were there in 2019, not the current one. 2019 test, these things were there. And this is like digital locker, where again people will be signing with an e-sign. Okay, so there also what and all it helps, or how it is helpful, these things were mentioned. So if we take it a general way of digital signature, all 3 will fit into it. Okay, so this is one debatable question which we have to wait for the answer key. Why I'm showing you like this step by step is that so you understand like what all kind of questions UPSC will ask. This one again, every year like this one science question will come, which will be very easy when you read it itself. Like in the context of wearable technology, which of the following tasks are accomplished by wearable devices? Okay, so location identification, sleep monitoring, assisting the hearing impaired. So wearable device, like like people have the smartphone now, they have their smartwatch now. It's tracking everything. It is tracking your heartbeat, your breathing rate, your sleeping time, okay, everything. So many students here are the confusion like whether third segment is correct or not. But here, if you see 1 and 2, if you know it's correct itself, you will directly come to the answer as 1, 2, 3, because there is no option like 1 and 2 only. Okay, hearing impairment also, like if you search for it, you will get, okay, wearable devices for hearing aid and all. It's like common sense only, but it is there. Technological things are there. So this answer is 1, 2 and 3. And last year before the prelims, 1 week before that, I had uploaded a Facebook post, and all the WhatsApp students also got it. Whenever you are stuck and you need 5-10 extra questions to be solved, I devised a blind guess method for students. Okay, so the blind guess methods are for different kind of questions which will be 99% sure. Okay, if you have no other way, you think you have failed the prelims, if you try this, maybe you will get 10-15 marks extra. In that, one of the point was for this kind of science question. Okay, any science question comes where 1, 2, 3 statements is there, most of the time everything will be true. It is valid. Okay, 2016 onwards, every time you go and search OLED related question, GPS related question, 3D printing related question. These are three different questions which came in the last 3 years. Every time they give options which are, when you read it itself, you will understand this. There's no reason for that statement to be false. Okay, like here, there's no reason for this to be false for a wearable technology. So blind guess method will work for this thing. Okay, I'm not telling go and attempt for every question like this. This is just for that extra question. Like that, you pause and read this. These are some things. It's there in that timeline also in June, May month of that our Facebook post. It will be there. All these things will help you. Pause and read this. Okay, it's written in very simple English. You will understand. Now, one more difficult question. I have taken all the difficult science kind of questions here because that was the 1 to 10 questions in set number C. Okay, set C of 2019. So here, RNA interference. These questions are all actually, if you have never heard, right, you have to skip this. You don't even try attempting because it will cost you minus 0.66 marks. So here they are telling it is used in developing gene silencing therapies, then developing therapies for treatment of cancer, develop hormone replacement therapy, then crop plants that are resistant to viral pathogens. Okay, like resistive crops. So here, if you simply, like, this question is difficult, you have to skip it. I'm telling you now the Wikipedia page of this. Okay, Wikipedia page of this thing. After the exam, if you come and see, all the things are taken directly from Wikipedia. Only the first page alone. Here, if you see, including co-suppression, transcriptional genes silencing. Okay, suppression of desired genes. This is actually a true one. Here, if you see, it's used for treating cancer. Where is it? It is second statement. The next one, under biotechnology functions of it, it's given crops, fortified crops, and all these things, which are more. If you read, more are there. Okay, there are things given like pathogens and all these words which you see here. Everything is there. And here, if you see the options, there is no options like 1, 2, 3, 4. Meaning at least one has to be wrong. At least one statement of this has to be wrong. So 1, 2, and 4. This is the correct answer for this. But I am sure that nobody would have solved this question. Okay, because it's very, very difficult. Here the wrong answer is this thing. It can be used to develop hormone replacement therapy. Now these 4 statements, at least these 3 statements which are true and the one which is false, you have to by heart for this thing. I'm not telling you to go and research on this topic. Please don't do it. It is a waste of time. For science topic, if you go and read the full Wikipedia, it's a waste of time because there are 5 or 10 questions every year, and if you waste time, it's actually literally wasting time. So this question and all you have to by heart. I'm telling you which question to by heart. I'm telling you which question to research. Okay, this kind of question, which is a pure RNA, DNA kind of thing, there's a limit to it. You cannot do. But if it's an environment treaty or it's a historical history, geography topic, you have to do extra research. Now, recently, scientists observed the merger of giant black holes billions of light years away from the Earth. What is the significance? So, this one, if you don't answer, if last year a student did not answer, that means that student either was a beginner or did not study anything properly. Okay, because this was in newspaper almost every week. Okay, every week for at least 1 year or 2 years continuously, gravitational waves were in news. Okay, one example from my test also. Gravitational things. Okay, whenever two, like black hole 1 is there, black hole 2 is there, they will collide. So gravitational waves, energy will be going out in the form of gravitational waves. That was the theory, and that was the news which was going on. Okay, so binary black hole. Maybe next year they'll ask this term, binary black hole. What will happen? So you will tell like nobody taught you. You have not heard it. But that is the same thing again. Okay, system consisting of 2 black holes in close orbit around each other, and when they that pair, okay, merging happens, immense amount of energy would be given out as gravitational waves. So this is that extra research. When this question comes, you simply have to type in your Google, okay, black holes merge or black holes collide. You will get the first image like this. This is the first image you will get, and read only this. This is the extra research which I am expecting you to do. Nothing else. Okay. Now, which are the following are the reasons for the occurrence of multi-drug resistance in microbial pathogens in India? Okay, MDR, multi-drug resistance. Okay, which is a problem, very big problem, and that is again by WHO. A lot of reports came, and it was there in Indian news several times. So this question again, I won't say it is difficult, but the options here were a little confusing, and that is where this question slightly becomes difficult.
So here if you see, statement 2 and 3 are true. Okay, it's like a very simple statement. You take incorrect dose of antibiotics, or antibiotics is given to the livestock, obviously from there it will enter your body also. So that is misuse or overuse. Okay, that is actually the words which even WHO told in the report, and it's there in our test also. The screenshot is from our test, okay, last year. So overuse and misuse of antibiotics is what causes the MDR thing problem. So 2 and 3 is definitely there, but if you see, just by knowing 2 and 3, you can only eliminate this 2. Still there is a doubt of the fourth statement. Okay, one is gone. Genetic predisposition of some people, genetic, that thing is totally wrong. Okay, but here multiple chronic diseases in some people. Okay, this is the confusing part, and this we have to wait for the answer key. So ideally, if you think a little deeper, it can be true, because if you have multiple diseases, okay, it will be hard to detect also, and the antibiotics can like go wrong, or people will consume more antibiotics for different diseases, and all this thing can lead to the multi-drug resistance issue. Okay, so if that way, if you see, this has to be true, but I don't want to fix an answer from myself, but this is what can be analyzed. Okay, we have to wait for the answer key. And as I told, this is an attemptable question, because it will be covered in any basic newspaper and any basic test series. This is how you judge. Again, I am telling you how to judge an institute. This kind of things which are very basic. If this is not there in a particular institute's material in a simple way, I'm not like, there will be some institute, as I told, will have 5-6 pages about only biotechnology, only biology for unwanted things. These are the things which came in news. So obviously some brief summary like this should be there for that topic, like we had in our February 2019 material, which was useful in our June 2019 prelims, that way. Okay, this is again the one of the easiest question, because like MDR, this was in news. Okay, this was in news for like our gravitational waves question. This was in news for the last 3 years, I think. So it is the molecular scissor. It's actually a gene editing tool. Okay, CRISPR Cas9. I showed you in my other MCQ also, I think 2018 analysis. CRISPR Cas9 was in news, and it was like this, it was asked like this only: CRISPR means what? That was the question that year. This year they're asking Cas9 is what. So that's why I'm telling, if you do one topic fully, you'll be able to solve the next year's question. So CRISPR Cas9 genome editing tool. Okay, it's actually a molecular scissor used in gene editing. All the other options are something else. Now you have to go and Google these things like this itself. Just copy paste and then put it in Google. You will get 3 other terms, and those 3 terms are going to be asked by UPSC maybe in 2020 or 21. That is how it works. It works every time. One more question, same topic. Okay, in our current affairs it was there. 3 questions. Okay, these are all things which were covered in multiple times, because it came in multiple times. Okay, 2016 to 18 current affair, August 2018 current affair, December 2018 current affair. Whenever it comes, it is there in our materials one way or the other. Last question for today: which of the following statements is not correct? Okay, hepatitis B virus is transmitted much like HIV. Okay, then hepatitis B, unlike hepatitis C, does not have a vaccine. Then globally, the number of people infected by these things are several times more than those infected with HIV. Now, some of those infected with hepatitis B and C do not have symptoms for many years. Okay, like now we have a COVID-19 issue. So here, if you see, first point is, you should know it's not correct. So some students, they will see the first one and they will see hepatitis B virus is transmitted much like HIV. They will think, okay, this is true, and you will mark it correct. But they have asked not correct. So this is actually a correct statement. This is a correct statement. This is a correct statement. This is a wrong one. And this is actually when you do either India yearbook, or if you do basics of science. Okay, hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, like that. There are at least many things are there, hepatitis. So that with a comparative table in even Vysh test, there is a question where we show A, B, C, D, E, F things, where what is the symptom, whether it has a treatment, whether it is this thing, how it is spreading, what are all the things. Okay, it's there in multiple MCQs. So one of our India yearbook MCQ last year. This year actually we don't have an India yearbook test, but last year we had it. So that time we had a question. In here we have mentioned in the explanation, hepatitis A and B can be prevented by vaccination. Here what is the thing? Hepatitis B does not have a vaccine. So it's a clear picked up statement. So this is how Science questions are framed. I think almost all the questions today were science. So like this, I'll show you 10 MCQs every day. But next time onwards, it will be a much shorter video, much faster video, because I'll be showing you only them. Today, we at least, I think, 10 minutes, 12 minutes I took extra for talking many other things, including 2021 students' queries. So these 10 questions, like I told, research the other options as well. Option B, C, D, which is wrong, go and research it. Like this, if you start pooling, okay, I'll try to do videos for you. If you try to pool, you will solve extra 5-10 questions than your competitor. I can guarantee you that. Okay. Test series students can pause it and see the current affair, older current affairs, last few days. Many students are coming and buying, so you can get it at a combo price. Okay, don't buy only the one. The other buy other also is important, because like I showed, many questions which were solved were from 2016 to 18 current affairs and all. UPSC asks things which are 2 years old. But again, serious aspirants 2020, go and buy pack 1. 2021, I will tell, don't buy this thing, because much more enhanced, much more well drafted schedule and test series coming your way. It will come soon. Okay, I'll announce it by June 5. So it's no point buying these things which is not in order which I am planning for you. Okay. So any more doubts, you ask in comment section. I'll come up with the next video soon. Thank you. Subscribe to this channel. Enjoy. Have a nice day.